Thank you for joining us. Today, we're going to talk to you about social media for recruitment and retention. The presentation today is put together by myself, Tiffany Bernard. I am the Associate Director of Recruitment and Retention at the CCTS. Mary Becker, our Program Coordinator for Recruitment and Retention. Sarah Mann Wright, she is the Senior Consultant for Communications and Marketing at the CCTS, and her Program Coordinator, Jeffrey Jessberger. One of the main questions we are here to talk to you today about is, should you go online? There are a lot of things you need to consider when this is going to be an option you are wanting to add to your recruitment plan. Today, we hope to cover some of those different things so that you have an understanding about if this is suitable as something you should pursue. One of the first things we want to talk to you about is to give you an understanding of what it means to be organic versus paid digital. Organic content is what you typically see on your Facebook page. It is content that is created and posted on any social media network user's feed. This content is often not paid for and is just shown in the feed and app because they are followers or friends of the user. It does have a very limited reach. Reach meaning the number of people who will see it. So in the case of organic posts, it is only seen by followers or friends of followers if it is shared. To be successful, it relies on cultivating a measure of interest from those users who already follow the brand. This is the type of thing often referred to when you hear somebody say it's gone viral. Those tend to be organic posts. Now, there is also paid social media, which is content being paid to show in a user's feed. This content can be boosted or it can be a sponsored ad on a social media network. These paid posts allows marketers to reach a much larger audience of prospective customers and followers. That is because they are reaching the people that is meant to be reached. It is allowing this to be done by targeting a particular audience that is being built on demographics such as age and gender. This is a wide variety of demographics that can be targeted, as well as certain behavior qualities and interests. So audience is also one of the things you really have to think about. Are they on the platform you're using? Most people are on Facebook, except for maybe the younger generation, but you can also find them on other social media networks such as Instagram and even TikTok. You can do ads on Google, and there are even dating apps or Reddit available for social media ads. So do you think your audience will be comfortable engaging online for the condition you are recruiting for your study? And also, are you meeting the needs of that audience in your ad? Will engaging online help meet those needs? And how are you really doing that? You also need to think about how much time do you have for developing these social media campaigns. For organic campaigns, do you have time to dedicate the following to creating the posts? For building and engaging with your audience and stakeholders. This can be from connecting with support group or even other groups online, working with moderators, building a relationship with them, building trust. You also have to be able to spend time monitoring and responding to comments and any other audience activities. It is important that you track and evaluate the response to these organic posts so you can determine if it's worth your time and that you're connecting with the people you need to. For paid digital ads, you must consider, what is your budget? Will the ad being appearing in users' feed actually catch their attention? Also, can you get the ad to show in the user's feed that you need it to show in? We would also encourage you to think about the investment and results of paid digital and organic social media. Paid digital requires an investment of money. And for that investment, you will see that there is a quick result when the ad is running, but those results drop off just as quick when the ad stops. To continue to see results, you must continue running the ad. There may be some lag if the ad is shared and people continue to respond after the ad is completed, but most of the interest is going to be generated during the runtime. For organic social media, it requires an investment of time. You have to build a relationship with an audience, and with that investment, your results will take longer to come, but they will also be sustaining and may also lead to stronger referrals. Since you have taken time to build a relationship with the audience and you have a strong foundation with them, you're likely to have them more engaged. Honestly, a mix of both methods would allow you to reduce your ad spend as your audience grows. So it may be something worth considering if you have the capabilities. At OSU and OSU Medical Center, there are stringent rules on who can actually have their own social media page, meaning you can have a personal page, but your lab may not qualify for their own page to use for organic promotion. This is not controlled by us, but it is controlled by the main communications teams here on campus. And in fact, there are guidelines that we must follow in order to keep our own CCTS page. Use of your personal page for this activity is discouraged, but it cannot be controlled by the enterprise. It is important to remember, if you are using social media for any type of participant recruitment, you must have IRB approval. And as I mentioned, we do have an improved Facebook page and we can assist you with paid ads. Next, we would like to discuss some resources going online will require from you. First, Do you or your team have the capacity to handle the influx of calls, emails, etc., that will be the result of a social media campaign? So as your ad goes live, is there going to be staff there to respond in a timely manner? Does your study have a landing page to send participants to for more information? This can be a lab study page, a study search page, or an IRB approved pre-screening survey. And the final thing is, how well will a social media campaign, paid or organic, work with your recruitment strategies? Next, I'm going to talk to you about using targeted social media, which is a service offered through the Recruitment and Retention Program at the CCTS. This service is offered in conjunction with the communications team. So we do have experts to share their input, and we all work together to ensure that your ad is right for you and your study. If you are interested in paid social media, the first step of the process is to reach out to Recruitment and Retention. At that time, if you don't have a project in my CCTS, we will ask that you create one and request a service. We will then send you a link to complete the social media intake form. This form gives us valuable information that we will need to start drafting your ad. Recruitment and retention staff will also reach out to you to schedule a group meeting to discuss your drafted ad. During this meeting, we will explain how social media works, how we built your ad, and what we need from you, and any other next steps. Following the meeting, the CCTS communications team will send you a document that can be used for your IRB submission. After you receive IRB approval, you will notify the recruitment team that you are ready to start running your ad, and you will also need to submit an e-request payable to CCTS as an internal vendor for the cost of your ad. Next, Jeffrey is going to talk to you about selecting your creative and building your ad.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jeffrey Jasperger. I'm a Marketing and Communications Coordinator at the Center for Clinical and Translational Science, often referred to as the CCTS. At the CCTS, I assist the Recruitment and Retention Program with social media marketing as a way to help researchers and investigators recruit eligible participants for their research studies. In this video, I'm going to be talking through how you can find images to use in Facebook ads. When we create Facebook ads, we use high-quality images to represent that population in the ad. So, if we want to make an ad that would be targeting Ohio State students, we would want to use an image of what appears to be a young college student, maybe one with a backpack over their shoulder, or one walking along a path to what appears to be an academic campus. Something like this. Unfortunately, we cannot simply use Google Images to search and then use whatever photo appears, because photos that appear on Google Images may be subject to copyright, right here. Which means that if we use one of these photos, we would be stealing it and using it without their permission. For the ads that we create, we either need royalty-free images, or we need to purchase the images ourselves. At the CCTS, we have access to a paid stock photo service, so we are able to find the perfect images we want to use in our ads, and we can rest assured that those images are legal to use. For example, let's say that we are making a study about vaping, and our target audience is college-age students. By using our paid stock photo service, we are able to access a gallery of high-quality images where we can find the perfect image to represent college-age students. Using high-quality images like this helps us reach our ideal audiences. In the next video, you will learn how we define our target audience and use Facebook ad targeting. Thank you.
In this video, we will be going over how we determine our target audiences, how Facebook ad targeting works, and how we can make sure that we are stretching our ad dollars as much as possible. When we use Facebook's ad platform, we are able to specifically target the audiences that researchers are trying to engage with in their studies. Each study has a different audience they are trying to reach, but if the ad is created with too broad of an audience, chances are that the ad dollars that the researcher has designated for Facebook advertising will be used reaching people who are not the right audience for the study. If we think back to our study, where we are targeting college students, it doesn't make sense to target people who aren't in college. We would be wasting our ad dollars on an incorrect audience for our study. So, if we go to Facebook advertising, we make sure that in the demographics, we see that those people are in college. Do you want to reach people in a certain age range or of a particular ethnicity or gender? What about people with very specific interests or individuals that live in certain cities or states? These are all indicators that we are able to tap into thanks to Facebook ads. So if we think back to the study about college students, we would want to think of indicators that would match that audience. Namely, we would want to pick an audience with an age range from 18 to 25, right here, who are in college right here, and who live close to Columbus, right here. In the next video, we will go over the process of building an ad using the image we have selected and the targeting that we have decided on. In this video, we will be going over how we create the ad, how we determine whether or not the ad was successful, and how much the ad is going to cost. Now, how do we know if our ad is successful? The easiest determinant of success for our ad is going to be if the ad causes more people to inquire or sign up for the study that is being advertised. The easiest way to do this would be to track the number of participants inquiring for a week before the ad goes live versus the number of participants in the week following the ad going live. Additionally, we are able to track the success of an ad internally by using social media metrics. These are key performance indicators, i.e., the statistics that help us determine how well our campaigns and strategies are performing. In the case of social media, this would include such things as clicks, comments, impressions, and reach. All of these metrics can help you learn how your ad is performing in real time. And because all of the advertising is occurring online, adjustments can be made according to how the ad is doing.
And now for the big question. How much will all this cost? Because Facebook's platform is so efficient, costs stay low if our advertising is targeted correctly. Normally, our recommendation is to begin with $200 to spend for the first week of running the ad. After that initial week, we can adjust as necessary to make sure the ad is as successful as possible. With social media advertising, we are able to target the very specific audiences we are looking for our research studies efficiently and cost effectively. If you are interested in pursuing social media marketing for your study, please use the form at the following link. Thank you.
Thank you. The next step we really want to kind of dig into with you is information about the landing page. The landing page is a direct link to the page with information about your study. So when people click on your ad on Facebook, this is where they're going to end up. It could be a study search post, it could be a lab page, it could even be a pre-screening survey that is IRB approved. So it must be in plain language. You can include additional details concerning eligibility and the purpose. Since the ad can only have so much text with it, this is really where people go to learn more about your ad. So think of your ad as the bait, and this is where you attract them to your ad, you bring them in, and this is kind of where you actually get them to sign up and get more information. And it must include contact information for your study team. So when you submit to the IRB, there are some elements that must be included in your IRB submission. These are things that we will provide you with, such as the images, text that we agree upon, description of placement, the landing page link, or even a screenshot, and the targeting criteria that we build. And like I said, the CCTS and the communications team will provide you with a template of what you can use for your submission following the consult. So we do ask that you measure the impact. We want to know, is this really working for you? When people are contacting you, are they contacting you because they saw your ad on Facebook? Are they contacting you because they saw a flyer in a building? That way you know, where is this worth pursuing in the future? Should you run another ad? Maybe there's some changes we need to make. So there's just things that by tracking where your participants are coming from, you can really gain some valuable information. This slide is really just a snapshot of the whole process, and it's a really quick overview. I think it's really helpful to kind of understand and put it all together for you. So after receiving your social media request form, the CCTS begins mocking up an ad for your study. We will collaborate on creative and content for campaign optimization, and we'll have a consult to discuss the ad in detail. And then we are going to provide you with a social media plan and template language to provide to the IRB. And we also have the approved Facebook page to host your ad. And we'll also, at the end, provide you with metrics about, at the end of the campaign, regarding how your ad performed. And the study team is required to provide us with an IRB approval to include the targeted social media ad, payment through e-request to the CCTS, and any data about how the ad performs, if people are enrolling, that sort of thing. So next we wanted to show you just a really quick look at a past paid social media ad. And this is an example that we did in the fall of 2019. This ad performed really well. They screened 22 people as a result of the ad, and 12 of those people went on to enroll. And they actually ended up stopping the ad from running the full time because they actually met their enrollment numbers. So they were really excited about that. And finally, this screen is just kind of like the metrics that we can see on our page. So we can see what the study is, how much was spent of the budget, what the results were, what the reach, the impressions, and the click results. So results are the number of times your ad achieved an outcome, and that's based on the objectives that you set during when building your ad. The reach is the number of people who've seen your ad at least once. So reach is different from impressions because impressions may include multiple views of your ad by the same people. And again, this metric is estimated. Impressions is the number of times your ads were on a screen. So this can be viewed by multiple people. And the cost per results is the average cost per result for your ad. So we wanted to thank you for listening to our presentation today. If you use any CCTS services, we do ask that you cite and submit. And if you have any questions, please contact Tiffany or Mary or go to our website to learn more about recruitment and retention. And thank you, and have a great day.